have this little dwarf green bean, and I thought I would harvest some. So nice little beans. I've got quite a lot of them. Get them harvested. It's funny, these have just come up and caught me unawares. I didn't even realise they were flowering particularly, and all of a sudden I've got a pile of beans to harvest, which is quite nice. In fact, I've got loads of green beans to harvest. These are so easy to grow. I did nothing, I just put them in here and ignored them for a few weeks. There we go, that's what we like. A nice easy growing, easy harvesting veg. I think that'll do for now. There we go. That's actually a couple of meals for me. Absolutely. So this is Zeppo beetroot, which I sowed on the 25th of June, and I put in 2 rows, a little bit multi-sown, and I've got a nice, well, pretty much everything germinated by the looks of it, and they're just in this big like tote, plastic tote that I've drilled holes in the bottom. I protect them from the chickens by putting some a little barricade around them, but yeah, I'm pleased with the germination, and hopefully they'll grow through the rest of the summer and give me an autumn harvest. So it looks like I better harvest some of these sweet peas. I have to say I'm doing this with some trepidation because there is a wasp's nest not far, literally 4 feet away, that I think has been dealt with, but I got 3 stings in 2 days before I realised there was a wasp's nest underneath one of the paving slabs there. So yeah, so I'm in here. Let's get the flowers and let's get out. I'm going to put on my bee suit tomorrow and just check to see that there's nothing alive in the wasp's nest anymore. I don't like killing wasps, I really don't, but I react quite badly to wasp stings. I would show you the state of me, but I won't. And also, they're just too close to the beehive, and wasps will invade a beehive and, you know, potentially kill that off. So, can't have them around. I didn't realise that wasps could exist, or could, you know, did make their homes underground, but certain types of wasps do, including a wasp called the red wasp, which these may well be. Okay, nice little bunch of sweet peas, and the wasps didn't make any moves, so hopefully they're done for. So I brought a couple of my little plastic hanging pots that had some strawberries in. I brought them down onto this pallet because they were throwing out runners. That weed pile in here. They were throwing out runners, so I've now sat it down and I've got some pots with compost in, and I've just lightly popped a little stone on top, and hopefully these will root, the runners will root, and then I can cut them off from the main plant, and that's me got some more plants for next year. I'm starting afresh with all the strawberries, so I'm going to do this with as many runners as I can do to make sure I've got more stalks next year. So I harvested a bunch of these peas last weekend, but there's another lot needing to get harvested as well, so I will get them done. The first lot I took, actually, I blanched and popped into the freezer. Jings. These peas are definitely the gift that keeps on giving, I tell you. There we go. Another little harvest of peas. Okay, this is courgette Goldie, and yeah, I've got another courgette to get harvested off this, and another couple, well, several more to come. Okay, there's today's little harvest. Very pleased. Some green beans from a dwarf green bean plant or plants, some Hurst green shaft peas, a Goldie courgette, and a mix of sweet peas. It's Sunday the 23rd of July and it's a bit blowy. And the first thing I'm going to do today is sieve some compost into this 20 litre tub, and I'm going to sow some carrots there. But of course we want lump-free compost for carrots. So I'll bring you back once I've got my pot sorted. Watch out the way, you lot. Beep 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 beep. Oh. James, it's breezy. So I'm going to sow these carrots, Tender Snacks F1 Hybrid. I've got my pot of sieved compost. It was a combination of fresh compost and used potato compost, so it's nice and fine. And I'm going to sow, it's windy, this is a laugh, I'm going to sow my seeds in here. I'm actually going to give this a water first, then I'm going to sow my seeds in here, and then I'm going to sieve a little bit more compost on top. And I'm going to, these actually, looking at the packet, says sow by year end 2021. So they may germinate, they may not. I may get patchy germination, but I'm going to put a lot of seeds in here, see if I can get them germinated. I'm actually going to put this into the polytunnel. I'll put it in the polytunnel to see if I can get it to germinate. The weather's not tremendously hot. I'll keep an eye on them in there. It might be I bring them out for a month before probably growing them on in the polytunnel. Again, it depends what the weather's like. I'll cosset these along a little bit so that I can get a later a later harvest of carrots. So yeah, so I'm going to give this a water, then I'll get my seeds sown. Not ideal seed sowing weather, particularly for tiny ones in this wind, but I'll do my best. So I think I might just put them all in, we'll see. So I will broadcast them as wide apart as I can do. Bearing in mind these are very old seeds. I don't think carrot seeds are great when they're older, but we'll have a bash. If they do all germinate, then obviously there'll be a bit of thinning out to do. But I imagine they won't all germinate. Bing! Right. So let's get these covered with some fresh compost. Compost of choice today is Jack's Magic, which I've always loved. It, when they took out a lot of the peat, of course, it was a lot more fibrous than it used to be, but I think it is still a good compost. However, it is très expensive really in the scheme of things, so I don't use it all the time. But I treated myself to 3 bags yesterday. Press this down a little bit to make sure that the carrot seeds have contact with the wet soil underneath, and then I'll give it another light water. Got my label. I'll take this now, well, I'll give it a little light water and then I'll take it down to the polytunnel. Why didn't I sow this in the polytunnel, you might ask? Everything's set up here and I didn't want to lug everything down there, quite frankly. I'd much rather just carry this bucket, it's not too heavy. Okay, I've got a few other things I want to get sown. And they're all salad related. Just mix in some fresh compost with that. Okay, I've watered these 3 pots, so let's get some things sown. The first thing I'm going to sow, whoops, it's open, is this mustard, which is great in salads. So I am going to put it in one of these. Let's just, and you can sort of be quite liberal with it. And if anyone has cooked with mustard seeds, you'll know they're little yellow balls, the seeds, so quite easy to sow. Let's just pop it in here, rebroadcast. There we go. Probably could do that a bit thicker, but I'll keep one lot for another sowing, hopefully. Right, I don't really need to sieve on top, I don't think, but I will. Okay, so that's one. Mustard. In this one I am going to sow some rocket. This is actually wasabi rocket, so it has quite a peppery, like horseradishy, wasabi flavour to it. So you're getting the double whammy. So damp compost. These are tiny, these seeds. Put wasabi on this label. And the last thing I'm going to sow is some cress. Again, I love cress in my salads and also in sandwiches. Now these were free seeds, so I suspect there's not many in it. But this is watercress, and it was free in a gardening magazine. So let's see if I can get enough here to justify this nice big pot. Gosh, quickly before a breeze takes it all away. Or a light covering. There we go. And I'll give a nice, a little gentle watering over the top now. And these are going to go down outside the house. I've got a table there that I've got lots of sort of salad and herbs and things on. So it's nice and convenient outside the back door. Okay, it's Tuesday the 25th of July, and I have this pot of Charlotte potatoes that is definitely needing harvested. This is a 30 litre pot, and there were 3 seed potatoes in it. You can see the foliage has died well back. So let's get the tops off and see what we have. Ugh, it's a bit mushy there actually. I have struggled to keep my pots watered, but we'll see what this is looking like. Okay, let's get it tipped up. I'll just put that down there. Okay. Charlottes, meaning they're second earlies, so they should have had enough time to form. I wouldn't have minded them getting another couple of weeks. There's one of the seed potatoes, it's a wee bit soft. There's another one. Actually, this one is reasonably moist, so maybe I need a better job at keeping this one watered. Right, hang on a second. I'll just put on clean fleece. Let's see if we can keep it clean for more than 5 minutes. The trials and tribulations of potato reveals. Right. Oops. Right, there we go. Let's do the necessary. Oh, wasp. I'm fed up getting buzzed by wasps. Go away. It's down there having a look at the potatoes. For someone that keeps bees, I still am quite frightened of wasps. And I've got the stings to justify it. Right, I think that's probably me. Let's just have another wee quick nosy. Right, okay. There we go. That's a nice little harvest. Maybe we'll have £3 there. I'm being ambitious. I'll weigh these when I get into the house and I'll let you know. But nice size for second early and nice and clean. Not a sign of scab or any insect damage. So yeah, very pleased with that.